Hey YouTube, it's Little Rocker Cutie 2005, also known as Andre here. Once again, chilling with the one and only Buffy Xena Man, also known as Chris. And we're going to do a video response to Karate Popcorn's 1,000 subscribers contest. Even though we don't have Blu-ray, as I did say to her. But we wanted to do this video anyway, sharing how we got into YouTube and basically what got us started loving movies and collecting movies. Now, I'm going to let you tell your story first.
Well, I can't say when I started looking at movies. It's just I always loved movies for as long as I can remember. So, when I started collecting, well, it was when I got my first job after I got out of high school. I started buying movies.
Is there any movie in particular that, like, really got you started?
I see Nightmare on Elm Street.
I think for me, it would be a toss-up between probably... I'd have to say Nightmare on Elm Street 3, because that's the first, like, horror movie I can remember seeing. But I spent a lot of time with my grandma on the weekends. We'd always rent horror movies, so I saw a lot of different ones. I got my first VCR when I was like 7 or 8, so I started buying tapes. I'd get them for Christmas from my parents. And I think one of the first ones that I got that I fell in love with was Terminator 2. But now on to how we got started with YouTube. But you want to go ahead?
Well, as people know, I'm a Power Rangers fanatic still. And years ago, I joined this message board called Ranger Board, and there was a link there to the series season finale of Mystic Force, and I watched it. I was like, I wonder what else is on here, and I ended up finding a bunch of stuff, so I signed up for a YouTube account on there, and I started watching. That's how I got started. I found a link to YouTube.
Then a few weeks later, I went over. My story is, a few weeks later, I went over to his house. He showed YouTube to me, and we started watching clips from, like, Whose Line Is It Anyway? We were watching stuff like Designing Women, Golden Girls, a lot of our old favorite shows. And then, when I started my own account, but I started it back in 2006 when I first got introduced to YouTube, but I didn't have a camera of my own until last year, August, which was when I started making videos. And some of the people that got me started were... Let's see, he's not on YouTube anymore, but Booger Boy Meister, he was one that really got me started because he loved horror. Then I discovered Cinema Sickness, Michael King, Matt, Ramble Rat for Life, Mike, OCP Communications. I started watching those guys on a regular basis. And then, of course, I discovered Karate Popcorn. I absolutely love Robin's channel. It's just a really fun channel to watch. I love when she puts new videos up. It's always fun to see what goes in her collection. Same thing with Cinema Sickness, because he's always buying and watching videos every day. So it's fun to see what he puts in his collection. And I guess for me, I'd have to say I'm kind of a YouTube junkie, because I love to sit there and just watch everything that's on there. I mean, from DVD updates from different people, like Michael King, I think he's one I forgot to mention. I started out with him. There was just a lot of random things that I was watching, and then when I discovered all the movie community, that was when I really got into making videos, because I wanted to show off my collection and share what I pick up with everybody in the YouTube audience. But I think for me, I'd have to say my love of YouTube has just grown since I started making videos, and our audience has just been slowly growing, and we appreciate it. And I guess another person I forgot to mention that I started watching is Justin, or Ryan1988. He was kind enough to send me his extra DVD of Heathers yesterday as a gift, which I did an unpackaging for yesterday. And once again, Justin, I thank you for that. And is there any people in particular that got you started, like doing videos with me?
I can't really say, so it's just that I was like, you had this idea, I was like, oh sure, why not? It sounds fun. So that's how I got into it. It's like, it sounds fun, and it has been. It
has been. I mean, when we started, of course, the whole high school mindset comes in, you know. What are we going to look like? What are we going to sound like? What's everybody going to think? But then we just realized, who cares what people think? We're doing this for fun. It entertains us. I mean, this is what we like to do. In our spare time, we sit here, we make videos for you guys to enjoy.
Yep.
I think all in all, that's pretty much our history with YouTube and our history with movie collecting.
Although it's your fault I got in the horror.
Yeah, he can't blame me for that. The first one he saw was Freddy vs. Jason at, what was it, my 20th birthday?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it was, because it came out in January 2004, and my grandma got it for me for my birthday. We ended up watching it at a birthday party I had. Him and another friend of ours are sitting there eating through the whole thing and providing this hilarious running commentary. I can't even describe it to you people. I mean, it was just funny to sit there and watch this movie, yet listen to him and another friend of ours just going off on these random tangents. Like there was this scene in Freddy vs. Jason where there's a moving tree, and the dude's walking over to it, and was it you that said it?
Yeah, it's like, oh sure, go to the moving tree.
Yeah.
Nothing can go wrong there.
Yeah, go to the moving tree and see what's making it move.
And the bloody footprints there.
Yeah, follow the trail of blood. Follow the trail of blood.
And then after that, about his Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th series. And I was like, this is awesome. This saw I discovered my favorite Nightmare being number 4.
Mine, oh boy. When it comes to the Nightmare series, 1, 3, 4, and New Nightmare are my favorites.
I like 1, 3, 4. I like 6.
6 is okay.
I like New Nightmare too.
Yeah, New Nightmare is really good.
New Nightmare is like one of those. It's pretty smart horror movie. I love it. I don't care what people have mixed reviews about it. I just love it.
I do too. It was one I saw when it first came out on video. But speaking of Wes Craven's movies, I have to do a little response to NateDunningFilms and his theories on Scream 5 and 6. I think that it would be better if Kevin Williamson were to write them, because look at the year now. It's 2012 going into 2013.
We survived the apocalypse.
Yes, we have. Scream 5 has been announced for 2013. And according to NateDunningFilms, he says Wes Craven isn't needed for it to be done. How can you not have Wes Craven doing these movies? I mean, if it wasn't for him and Kevin Williamson, we wouldn't even have the Scream series. I mean, 3 was okay, but Aaron Kruger went on an early draft that was written by Kevin Williamson. The only reason Kevin Williamson didn't write Scream 3 is because he was working on Dawson's Creek. He doesn't have Dawson's Creek to work on now. That show is done and over with. He can write Scream 5 and 6. Get him out there to us fans. Okay. Wes Craven, he needs to direct them, plain and simple.
Need volume?
Volume? I don't care. I don't care. I mean, this...
The pill. You need some volume?
No, I don't need any volume. I don't take that shit.
You get like, it's funny when you get passionate, it's like, rah!
I do! Some of these people's theories just piss me off! I mean, Kevin Williamson, come on, that was a brilliant script for the first one!
Although, my little complaint about Scream is the main characters have lived for too long.
Now see, that was this guy's complaint. He says that Gail and Dewey should die in 5 and 6 so that Sydney's the sole survivor. If you're gonna kill... My theory on that is... Well, here's my opinion. If you're gonna kill off Dewey and Dale, do it in one shot. Scream 6. Sydney's the sole survivor. That's it.
I just think the Scream kind of broke the horror rules out before, because you never really see the same person in like the same movie, but except for Friday the 13th with Tommy, who survived like 3 of them.
Yep, 3 of them.
Well, technically, 5th one I shouldn't really count as one.
It kind of counts, but since it was a fake Jason, I don't think it doesn't count to me anyway.
Right, but yeah, so he survived like 2 movies.
Yeah.
Alice survived 2.
Yep.
Not even Nancy survived.
Well, Nancy bit the dust in part 3, but she came back for New Nightmare.
As Nancy?
Yep.
Not Nancy, but Heather Langenkamp.
/ Nancy.
You're right.
That's what was kind of cool about that movie. I mean, they're playing themselves and they're playing their characters. It's a cool take.
Yep. Although, the Halloween series, Laurie survived 3 movies.
3, and then she bites it in Resurrection. Another thing that pisses me off.
It's not the fact she died, it's the fact how early in the movie she died.
What was it, like the first 10 minutes?
Yeah. It's like...
Why?
Why? It's like, after she died, it's like, I lost interest in that movie.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, come on. Halloween Resurrection really shouldn't have been made.
No, it shouldn't have. H2O is where the series was supposed to end.
That's where I say it ended, period.
I agree.
Although
I mean, they may be all in my collection, but... I mean, I even have Rob Zombie's 2 in my collection, and I like those. I mean, I sometimes see the hate for them, but I think with what Rob Zombie tried to do, he did an okay job with the first one, but with his second one, I don't understand the whole white horse thing. I have to agree with Rambo Rat for Life, Matt, on this one. I mean, seeing white horses, it's like the Lone Ranger looking for Trigger. Come on now.
For me, Rob Zombie's remakes, I found like the first hour so freaking pointless. It's like, I don't like care about his background. It's like, I don't like the typical serial killer beginning.
Well, it's like a lot of the fans have said. The original's just more mysterious because you don't know who he is. You don't know what he's up to. You don't know his background. All we know is that he killed his sister when he was a little kid.
Although I can say this about... They had some interesting death scenes, but I think he went overboard.
Yeah.
Really went overboard.
Little bit of overkill.
I'm like killing a bunch of people, and with like Halloween, it's like it just seemed like just the right amount of nice time killings.
Right.
Plus this Laurie, oh god.
Oh, I agree.
It's like whatever, bitch. And then the Halloween one.
I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis may have run and screamed, but at least she fought back. I mean, she was the Scream Queen after all. I mean, every movie she was in where she was a Scream Queen, she fought back against the killers.
Although I think I enjoyed the TV cut a little bit more than the original cut. Because there's more. It's like I think I like the extended cut a little bit better.
Yeah, because it adds more to it. It makes it more interesting.
Yeah, I liked it. I like it.
But I mean, what Scout Taylor Compton did in Rob Zombie's Halloween, I mean, nothing but run and scream. She didn't fight back. I mean, Rob Zombie said he was trying to make it more realistic. Is it more realistic to run and scream from someone who's trying to kill you, or is it natural instinct to fight back?
Yeah, it's like depends on the person itself, but at the same time, Rob Zombie, you're making a remake of Halloween.
Which shouldn't have even been done.
Which, by the way, you want it realistic, you're being an idiot.
Yes, I agree.
That's not the point of horror movies to be realistic.
Right.
Although I can't say... Although with like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake... Oh! It's like... What the fuck?
Oh, I agree.
Okay, people say they don't like Freddy with the humor. I know more people that love Freddy with the humor.
I do too. I know a person in the back room of our house that loves Freddy's humor. And I know I could vouch for her.
Yes, and... let's face it. In this movie, when they did that version of Freddy, it just almost like kills it for people.
It does. I mean, Jackie Earle Haley, he's basically trying to be his character from Watchmen, but he's playing Freddy Krueger as that character. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, God, the makeup. I hated it.
Once again, realistic, I call bullshit.
Very bullshit. And then, oh, fuck. Nancy, they did not do any good casting for this movie.
No, they didn't. Their biggest star they kill off in the first 5 minutes.
And, the end. I mean, come on. Nancy, I know we're comparing bananas to oranges, but let's face it. The original Nancy did not kind of was like trying to go after Freddy.
Well, Heather Langenkamp, she's kind of in the same like league as Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, she fought back against them.
You know, like in the beginning, she didn't know what to do. She kind of was kind of exploring it in the beginning. Then afterwards, she's like, "Fuck you," and she's gonna bring him in the real world.
Yep, she's gonna fight back.
She
laying booby traps in the house.
Yep, she booby trapped her house and beat the crap out of Freddy.
That was what was cool about Heather Langenkamp as Nancy. I mean, Rooney Mara, you totally ruined a classic character. And then you go on Letterman and say the girl with the dragon tattoo is better than anything you've ever done, trashing your entire career and ruining a classic character like Nancy Thompson.
And classic
Not Nancy Holbrook, Nancy Thompson. Get it right.
Oh, and Freddy making a classic murderer, serial killer, horror monster classic into like bullshit.
I agree.
Bullshit, you bastard.
I said when this movie was being made, they shouldn't have made it if they weren't going to have Robert Englund.
Ugh. I know. It's like, then they want to do a sequel?
They left it open for a sequel, and I've heard talks about it.
They better not. Only real remake I saw that was worth watching is Friday the 13th.
That was a decent remake. There's supposed to be a sequel for that, too.
Yeah, that was actually, they did that right.
They did do a good job on that.
Although some things I don't understand. But they did it right. Like why the king kept that girl alive.
That I don't understand. And the whole underground lair thing, I mean, why would Jason have an underground lair? I mean, it's interesting, but it's hard to understand.
Yep. That's like the only remake I really seen.
That you liked?
Yeah.
Well, wait, what about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake? Because I got that from you.
Oh, that's a decent one. They're making another one, though, too.
I know, I want to see it. That Texas Chainsaw 3D?
Yep.
Because it's supposed to follow the storyline of the original. So it's going to be like a true sequel.
But although, only real series of horror I've seen that really, only few of them do good going down. Like Nightmare and Friday the 13th did pretty well, going up in the sequels.
Yeah.
But Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you know, it's like,
it's kind of iffy.
Hit and miss.
I mean, the first one's a classic. 2 up the ante. I thought that one was really good. Part 3 is one of my personal favorites. Texas Chainsaw Next Generation I absolutely hate, but it's in my collection because I'm a completist. And then I have the 2 that Michael Bay did, the remake, and then the prequel, which, that's like comparing apples and oranges right there. I mean, because you're going back to you're supposed to be telling a prequel story, and yet you're telling a prequel to a remake? What is the point? I don't get it.
It's like I don't know. Hollywood's running out of ideas.
They are, but I'm sure as you all can see, horror is our favorite genre to talk about, and I'm sure as you've seen from both of us, it does get us pretty heated.
Although I really can't not wait to see the new Resident Evil.
That just came out on DVD.
I want to see it.
I want to buy it.
I want to see it, buy it, whatever. That, I want...
It is going in my collection.
It's like, it looks so exciting.
I know.
Especially with Carlos returning, a bunch of people returning, and another one coming up, where they all just get back together and fight Umbrella.
There's supposed to be a 6th one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I heard Rambo Rat for Life say if the 5th one did good, there was going to be a 6th one.
Oh,
and it was supposed to be the last one.
This 5th one did very well. And
I figured it did.
There's going to be a 6th one. I'm not sure when that's coming out, but there's a 6th one coming out. It's supposed to end it.
Probably in the next couple of years.
Because...
either in 2013 or 2014, they'll probably end it.
Well, from what I hear, Claire and Chris are returning, and everyone's supposed to come back and do one big final battle with Umbrella.
Now that would be interesting to see.
Because they cannot... and plus, if they come back, that'd be awesome, because they cannot leave Claire and Chris missing.
Nope.
With Kmart.
I agree.
So, it's pretty much my favorite, one of my other favorite, like, action horror series. Resident Evil. But then, I don't know, it's like, there's a lot of good ones out there. A lot of horrible ones. There's like a lot of horrible horror series out there too.
Yeah.
Plus, there's too many remakes.
Oh yeah, there's way too many remakes. It's like Hollywood can't come up with anything original anymore.
It's like they want to update the shit. It's like, what's the point?
Yep.
It's like, just go to the video store and update and watch it.
Right?
There's no excuse. But I have heard rumors of a Phantasm remake and a sequel for a while.
I've heard rumors of Phantasm 5, but nothing about a remake.
I heard, it's like, I don't know, I found it on the internet somewhere and they're talking about remaking it.
As I say, Phantasm 5's been in the works for at least 10 years.
Yes.
And it hasn't come out yet.
I enjoy the Phantasm movies. I've seen the first 3, not the 4th one. I enjoy them very much.
I think the only one I've seen is part 2, and that was when I was younger, because it was one I rented and watched with my grandma. And it was one of them that she liked. I couldn't understand why, because I hadn't seen the first one. And a few years ago, I got the first one in my collection from old Chris here, but I still haven't watched it yet because I'm trying to get the rest of them, so I can just watch them all and kind of see what I've been missing.
You have number 3 on VHS.
Yeah, I know, but what's the point of going from part 1 to part 3? You know?
Right. You don't have to watch them all, but that's just my thinking.
Well, they all kind of tell one continuous story, so you kind of have to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
You'd always end on a cliffhanger.
Yep, even 4 ended on a cliffhanger from what I heard. Leaving it open for the possible Phantasm 5, which is supposed to happen, but hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, he's a hard guy to kill.
The tall man's always been a hard guy to kill.
Oh, yeah.
But I think... You think we should end it here?
Yeah, I think we have like a how we got started / a horror rant done.
Yep. But Robin, I hope you like this video since we did it especially for you. Sorry we couldn't enter your contest, but as I said in my comment to you, we don't have a Blu-ray player or a PS3, even though I would enjoy that Halloween lot so much. I mean, that would be so cool to have, just for that Halloween, the inside story alone, because I saw that on TV it was last year, when we had a satellite dish and we had the biography channel, they showed it on Halloween. And I actually got to watch it, and it was really cool. I think that's actually the most decent Halloween documentary I've seen, even though the 25 Years of Terror one is really good. But I think we're going to end this video here, and I hope you enjoy like our little story about how we got started. And I know some of you may enjoy our little horror rant and think possibly I've gone over the top, but if you watch either Rambo Rat for Life or OCP Communications, you know they go further over the top than even we do.
Amen.
But I still think those guys are fun to watch. So Matt, Mike, shout out to you guys. I love the videos. Keep them coming. And keep those tempers in check. Even though it's fun to watch you guys go on those epic rants. But I think we'll end it here. And once again, this is Little Rocker Cutie 2005, also known as Andre. Chilling as always with the awesome Buffy Xena Man, also known as Chris. Telling you to enjoy life. Enjoy some Skittles. Enjoy some Starburst. And enjoy those potato chips.
Eat some chicken.